Assalamu alaikum and a very pleasant morning, guys. Today we are going to see a poetry, O Captain, My Captain by Walt Whitman. Okay, now I'm sharing with you Walt Whitman's biography. Okay, today we'll see I Hear America Singing. Walt Whitman is an American poet. Okay. Walt Whitman was an American poet, essayist, and journalist. A humanist, he was a part of the transition between transcendentalism and realism, incorporating both views in his works. Whitman is among the most influential poets in the American canon, often called the father of free verse. Okay, he was called as the father of free verse. His work was controversial in its time, particularly his poetry collection Leaves of Grass. Because his works was controversial in its time, particularly one of his poetry collection, that is Leaves of Grass, which was described as obscene for its overt sensuality. Whitman's own life came under scrutiny for his presumed homosexuality. Okay. Walt Whitman was born in Huntington on Long Island. As a child and through much of his career, he resided in Brooklyn. At the age of 11, he left formal schooling to go to work. At the age of 11, he left the school and went to work. Later, Walt Whitman was born May 31, 1819 on South Huntington, Long Island, New York. He was almost entirely self-educated, especially admiring the work of Dante, Shakespeare and Homer. Okay, his works that is Walt Whitman, was admired by the works of Dante, Shakespeare and Homer. His mother described him as a very good but very strange. What his mother says about Walt Whitman, how she describes him, a very good but very strange. His brother describes him as being stubborn than a load of bricks. Is that clear, ma? Okay. Then he left his schooling and he went to work. Later, Whitman worked as a journalist, a teacher and a government clerk. He is self-educated. Okay. Whitman's major poetry collection, Leaves of Grass is a major collection poetry of Whitman. Was first published in the year 1855 with his own money and became well known. He published The Leaves of Grass is his major collection poetry. Okay. He was published this poetry with his own money and became well known. The work was an attempt at reaching out to the common person with an American epic. He continued expanding and revising it until his death in the year 1892. During the American Civil War, he went to Washington. Okay, during the American Civil War, he went to Washington and worked in hospitals caring for the wounded. His poetry often focused on both loss and healing. Two of his well-known poems, O Captain, My Captain, and When Lilac Last in the Dooryard Bloomed, were written on the death of Abraham Lincoln. Okay, after a stroke towards the end of his life, Whitman moved to Camden, New Jersey, where his health further declined. When he died at the age of 72, his funeral was a public event. Is that clear, ma? Okay. Then he worked as a printer, taught school at the age of 17, and he became editor of the Brooklyn Eagle, a respected newspaper, but was fired for his outspoken opposition to slavery. And he served as a Civil War nurse also. Okay, during the Civil War, he went to the Washington. There he served as nurse. Okay. Whitman's poetry. Whitman's influences on poetry remains strong. Mary Whittle Smith argued, "You cannot really understand America without Walt Whitman, without Leaves of Grass." Okay, here she says she says that is you cannot really understand America without Walt Whitman, without Leaves of Grass, his collection, that is his collected poetry. Okay. He has expressed that civilization up to date, as he would say, and no student of the philosophy of history can do without him. The modernist poet Ezra Pound called Whitman America's poet. He is America. Okay, Whitman declares his poetry would have long lines that capture the rhythms of natural speech, free verse, vocabulary drawn from everyday speech, a base in reality, not morality. Okay, his poetry is it captures a long line with rhythms and as like a natural speech. It is free verse. It is written in a free verse. Then he uses vocabulary simple. Okay, as everyday speech, and it is based on reality, not morality. Is it clear, ma? Okay. Then what's his deal? That is the following summer, Whitman worked for another printer, Erastus Worthington, in Brooklyn. His family moved back to West Hills in the spring, but Whitman remained and took a job at the shop of Alden Spooner, editor of the leading Whig weekly newspaper, the Long Island Star. While at the newspaper, Whitman became a regular patron of the local library, joined a town debating society, began attending theatre performances, and unanimously published some of his earliest poetry in the New York Mirror. At the age 16, Whitman left the Star and Brooklyn. He moved to New York City to work as a compositor, though in later years could not remember where. He attempted to find further work but had difficulty, in part due to severe fire in the printing and publishing district, and in part due to general collapse in the economy leading up to the panic in the year 1837. In May 1836, he rejoined his family, now living in Hempstead, Long Island. Whitman taught intermittently at various schools until the spring of 1838, though he was not satisfied as a teacher. What's his deal? Why were so many writers shocked by Whitman? Because his lack of regular rhythm and meter, that is free verse, and non-traditional poetic style and subject matter shocked more traditional writers. He also wrote poetry with unabashedly sexual imagery and themes, some of the homoerotic examples include the Calamus poems and I Sing the Body Electric. Okay, because of that, so many writers are shocked by Whitman. Okay, after his teaching attempt, Whitman went back to Huntington, New York to found his own newspaper. After he is not satisfied with the teaching job, so what he is doing, he left the job and goes to the native place Huntington, New York, and where he found his own newspaper, The Long Islander. Whitman served as a publisher, editor, pressman and distributor, and even provided home delivery. Everything he does. After 10 months, he sold the publication to E.O. Crowell, whose first issue appeared on July 1839. There are no known surviving copies of The Long Islander published under Whitman. By the summer of 1839, he found a job as a typesetter in Jamaica, Queens, with the Long Island Democrat, edited by James J. Brenton. He left shortly thereafter and made another attempt to teaching. And after that, what he is doing? Again, he comes to the teaching profession in the winter season of 1840 to the spring of 1841. One year he does the teaching job. Okay, one story possibly tells of Whitman's being chased away from a teaching job in Southold, New York in 1840 after a local preacher called him a sodomite. Whitman was allegedly tailed and feathered. Okay. Whitman regularly vacationed in the town thereafter. Is it clear, ma? Okay. Here we are going to see there is for you the poetry is "O Captain, My Captain." It is written by Whitman. Wrote poetry in praise of Abraham Lincoln. When lilies last in the dooryard bloomed, an elegy written after Lincoln's assassination. "O Captain, My Captain" memorializes Lincoln's passing as the death of a great man and the death of the era he dominated. It was used to great effect in Dead Poets Society. Here, Whitman's influence, that is, along with Emily Dickinson, Walt Whitman stands as one of the two giants of American poetry in the 19th century. Okay, along with Emily Dickinson, he stands as a giant of American poetry in the 19th century. Whitman's poetry would influence such Harlem Renaissance writers as Langston Hughes and James Weldon Johnson. Whitman influenced beat poets such as Allen Ginsberg. Chilean writer Pablo Neruda claimed to have been influenced by Whitman. Those writers are influenced by Whitman. Whitman's poetry was a model for French symbolists such as Stephen Mallarmé, Paul Verlaine, and Arthur Rimbaud. Modernist poets such as Ezra Pound, T.S. Eliot, and W.H. Auden were also influenced by Whitman. These poets are also modern poets also influenced by Whitman. Was it clear, ma? Okay. Then, life before poetry. He was second of 9 children. He attended in school in Brooklyn until age 11. He taught school at the age 17 on Long Island. He was self-educated. He was mainly self-taught, therefore read at a young age. In the year 1841, he turned to journalism as a full-time career. In the year 1841, he became full-time journalist. Okay. He found the weekly newspaper Long Islander. Is that clear, ma? Okay. Whitman's influences we have seen. It is a remarkable American poet. He was a remarkable American poet. He broke all the literary rules. How? Because his poetry is free from verse, it is lengthy, he uses the style, and he openly says about the sensuality. Discarding rhyme and from the favor of free verse. Okay, that is, he used to write in a free verse, and he also fought societal convention by speaking fearlessly about his homosexuality. Okay, his poem, O Captain, My Captain, it is in memory of Abraham Lincoln, is one of the most patriotic poetry in American history. Few poets who ever come close to matching his genius and wit. It is O Captain, My Captain is a poem in memory of Abraham Lincoln. Okay. And it is one of the most patriotic poetry in American history. Few poets who have ever came close to matching his genius and wit. Here, because his brother George was wounded during the Civil War, Whitman became a nurse, spending most of his meager finances and time helping to heal the wounded. So during the World War, he went to Washington and served as a nurse to the wounded, helping to heal the wounded one. Okay. Then prizes. Whitman received a little acclaim during his lifetime. He received a little acclaim during his lifetime and often struggled to support himself. He lived on a clerk's salary and modest royalties and spent any excess money, including gifts from friends, to buy supplies for the patients he nursed. How he lives very simply. He is not spending more money. He is living on a clerk's salary, modest and very royal. Okay, and he used to spend his excess money, that is including his gifts from his friend, to buy supplies for the patients to whom he is nursing. That is, he nursed. He had also been sending money to his widowed mother and an invalid brother. Okay, and also he is taking care of his widowed mother as well as his brother. From time to time, writers both in the States and in England sent him pursuits of money so that he could get by. Is it clear? Walt Whitman Awards brings first book publication a cash prize of 5,000. Okay, first he received a prize of, that is cash prize of 5,000 for the first publication, that is first book publication. A 1-month residency at the Vermont studio sent her to an America who has never before published a book of poetry. The winning manuscript. The winning manuscript, chosen by an eminent poet, is published by the Sina State University Press. The Academy purchases copies of the book for distribution to its members. The award was established in 1975 to encourage the work of emerging poets and to enable the publication of poets' first book. Is that clear, ma? Okay. Then we have here, "O Captain, my Captain." This is your poetry. Walt Whitman wrote the poem after Abraham Lincoln's assassination, after the death of Abraham Lincoln. The ship, spoken of, is intended to represent the United States of America. Here in this poem, he uses the ship word. He says that the ship is full America, that is United States of America, okay, which represents United States of America, okay, and Abraham Lincoln is a pilot there, okay, captain there. While its fearful trip recalls the troubles of the American Civil War, the titular captain is Lincoln himself. Is that clear, ma? Understood? Okay. Here, Walt Whitman is one of America's most significant 19th century poet. While his poetry failed to garner popular attention from his American readership during his lifetime, over 1,000 people came to attend his funeral. Okay, his funeral was a public event. Nearly 1,000 people attended his funeral. And as the first writer of a truly American poetry, Whitman's legacy endures. Here in the poem, "O Captain, my Captain," is an extended metaphorical poem written in 1865. It is a metaphorical poem written in the year 1865 about the death of American President Abraham Lincoln. It is about the death of American President Abraham Lincoln. The poem emphasizes on the grief and sorrow. It is about the grief and sorrow because of the death of Abraham Lincoln. The poem is classified as an elegy. Okay, elegy. The fallen captain in the poem refers to Abraham Lincoln. Here, that is, the fallen captain is referred to Abraham Lincoln. Captain to the ship, that is United States of America. There is a distinct rhyme scheme which is unusual for Whitman. The rhyme scheme of the poem is AABCGEFE, GGHIJEKE. That is, he uses free verse, okay, which is unusual, and immonope for each stanza respectively. The refrains, that is again and again repeated line, refrain, "O Captain, my Captain," and "fallen cold and dead," accented of poignancy of the loss and pain experienced by America because they lost the great person. Okay, girls, by this the introduction part has finished. Tomorrow we will see the poetry. Okay, Please do watch the video, girls. If you have any doubts, please do ask. Then only I will clarify your doubts. Surely I will clarify your doubts. Okay, girls. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.